In this lecture on auditing, we're going to discuss engagement letters. What is an engagement letter? Well, no, not quite that, but it's not that far off. It kind of is because it represents an agreement between the client and the audit firm, so it is kind of a marriage between the two entities, or that's what it represents. It is prepared by the audit firm, and the letter states the scope of the audit work to be done. It also states the responsibility of the auditor. It also states the responsibility expected from the client management. And it has this following statement on fraud: because of the inherent limitations of an audit, together with the inherent limitations of internal controls, an unavoidable risk exists some material misstatements may not be detected, even though the audit is properly planned, performed in accordance with relevant auditing standards. So we're basically saying we're doing what we're supposed to do, but some stuff is so unique we might not catch it, and it might be material, but we're doing the best we can. It identifies the financial reporting framework for the preparation of the financial statements, and it has a reference to any of the reports to be issued and a statement about potential changes to the reporting content that may potentially arise. So we do put a lot of maybe this could happen, maybe that could happen in there, but it's really to cover all the aspects of what could happen in the engagement. So here's our engagement letter example. We're going to write the letter to the auditee from the audit firm. So, dear auditee, we're going to be auditing you. There's our audit scope. And we've also got highlighted in yellow there, our audit will be conducted in accordance with GAS, just like we have learned so far in previous lectures. Now, the engagement letter is also going to list out those other reports and schedules that we're going to show within the financial statements. It's also going to show all the audit objectives, which include the internal controls and whatnot in there. We've got management's responsibilities. We said this is what they're supposed to do. They're responsible for the basic financial statements and all accompanying information. It says that line 1, management responsibilities of the engagement letter. We're going to list out our audit fees and talk about our opinion that we're going to be disclosing on the financial statements. And we're also going to list some of our audit procedures that we're going to get into, just high level of we're going to obtain some understanding of the environment and the internal controls. And finally, at the end of that engagement letter is where we as the CPA sign off saying we agree to all those things that we put in this letter, and then we have a response in there where the client can sign off on it and agree to doing it. So that's what a typical engagement letter looks like. So the engagement letter sets the tone for the audit. It lets the auditee know what we're going to be looking at. It's very important, and it must be part of every engagement that you get into. And I hope you've enjoyed this brief lecture on engagement letters.